Welcome back to Titan Academy. In this video, we will cover how in Titan Forms 2.0 to update a Salesforce record using a push. Let's go ahead and preview our project as it is. In a previous video, we created a find to get information from Salesforce and map the resulting record to these fields based on a search on email of the contact object. So if we find and run this get and return the record with jane@gmail.com, we see that's Jane Smith with this mobile phone and that home phone number. This is the matching record that was returned. What we're going to do in this example is to create a push update to update a record based on the matching email. We'll go ahead and go to the gear, go to Salesforce. In the Salesforce integration window, go to the push option. We are going to create a new push update. Click Create New. Select your object, in this case, Contact. And in the Actions option, which is Create by default, we want to select Update. In the Matching Criteria actions, we want to update only the first record if there are multiple matches. Here we know there will only be one. And if no match is found, we can either skip or create. For this example, we will choose Skip. For our conditions, we are going to search for an existing record based on the email. So we want to select our field in Salesforce. The conditions will be email equals to a field on the form. Select our email field. So this is the Salesforce field, the operator, and then the email field on the form. You can add more conditions if you want. You can add ands and ors. But for this purpose, we will just match based on the email. In the mapping section, we want to map our fields on our form to Salesforce. So we have first name, last name, 2 phone numbers. We want to map the Salesforce field to the first name field element. Same thing with last name. If we want to search the elements, we could type into the search bar. We have a couple of phone fields. We want to map the mobile phone field on the form to the mobile phone field in Salesforce, home phone field to home phone. We also have an email field on the form, but we don't want to update that in this scenario. The rest of these messages, run criteria, and advanced we'll cover in other videos. They don't apply here. We go ahead and click Apply and save our project. Now we need to invoke that get. I'll go ahead and add another button to the form. We'll put that here. I'll center it. If we want to rename this button, we'll just call this Update. We'll go to Interactivity, Configure On-Click Action to open up the button action editor. In the on-click action, we want to add a couple of nodes. First, we want to add a Salesforce action. Select Salesforce action. Here for the push or the get, we want to select the update contact push that we just created. You can return the record ID to a variable. We don't want to do that here, so I'll leave that blank. We'll call this update contact. And after this update runs, we want to give some kind of confirmation message. So I'll add a show message node. Thank you for submitting your updates. We'll go ahead and save this. Let's bring my Salesforce tab over so we can look at the existing contact, Jane Smith. I'll come back into the project preview and refresh the page. We should see that new button. All right, let's find that record again. There we are, Jane Smith. And now let's make some updates. Let's say she changes her last name to Jane Jones, and she has a new mobile phone and a new home phone. If we click Update, that update push will run. It will find the record that matches with this email and update it accordingly. We got our thank you notification. Let's go back and check in Salesforce. You now see that the contact's name has been updated, the home phone and the mobile phone have been updated. And that is how it's done.